So Nathan, it's a goalless draw here at Whitley Bay, and very much a pre-season type game, that one.
Yeah, it was. From our perspective, it's conditions are hard, but the positive is the minutes in the legs. But looking at the game in its entirety, there's lots of stuff we've not been good at today. We're not doing the right things. We've looked kind of off the pace, which isn't like us. So yeah, I mean, from our point of view, Whitby Bay created the better chances. We looked a little bit toothless in the final third. But yeah, I mean, the only real positive I can take from that is minutes in the tank, really.
Yeah, and we mentioned already about the condition, just this scorching hot day. I suppose it's one of those where a lot of players perhaps wouldn't make those runs that they often would in a typical sort of winter's day when the right users get warmed up more than anything.
Yeah, listen, that may be the case, but the way I look at it is there's two teams out on the pitch, and Whitby Bay have looked fitter than us on occasions for the majority. They use the ball better in the final third, and from our point of view, it's a massive benefit to see that, because we're halfway through pre-season now, and that's something that we need to correct again, so we'll be back on the training ground and getting those things right.
Yeah, another issue as well that you've been faced with the fact that the lack of substitutes often had just with injuries, isolations, all that sort of thing. So that must make your preparation quite hard for these games as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but it is a challenge, and it's going to be a challenge for a lot of clubs. We've, in essence, the backbone of our team are missing for one reason or another in relation to COVID, but that gives lads another opportunity to show what they've got. Trialising today, and where we would normally rotate at 45 minutes, it's giving lads the chance 75 and 80 minutes. So again, it's a positive in another way, but certainly from our point of view, there's no real excuses with the subs. We've had 4 there. We've rolled on, we've rolled off, but it's just been a good opportunity to get more minutes in the tank, so yeah.
Yeah, and in terms of the players that have missed out the last couple of games, is there any news on them potentially being back in the next few matches?
Just isolation periods. I think we'll be, obviously with Gisborough coming up on Tuesday, that might be a little bit too soon. I think we're kind of looking back end of the Stockton game, Spennymoor game, before we're going to see everybody back, and that goes without any more kind of COVID-19 things.
Yeah, and then you mentioned already about the Gisborough game, a different type of test there, and hopefully as well not as warm when given the evening kick-off.
Yeah, no, listen, conditions should be all right. Gisborough are going to be a very similar team to Whitby Bay. I'm not overly worried about the opposition that we play. We mainly are more concentrate on getting our things right. And like I say, today there was a lot that wasn't right. But I think as we kind of get settled down with the squad and we're not rotating as much, I think there'll be a little bit more fluidity with us. But this is just what happens in pre-season, where you've got to iron out the bad bits, and that's what we're going to do.
And just finally, of course, the fixtures announced this week as well, and a nice long trip on the opening weekend to Lancaster. So I suppose that's really what everything's gearing up to now.
Of course it is. That was always the aim. We're picking up little knocks and things like that, but ultimately we're not gonna risk people. Everything's around getting ready for the 14th, and the preparations around that as well. So like today, yes, disappointed with how we prepared ourselves and not doing the right things, but we've got 4 weeks to get that right. So yeah, looking forward to the season.
Thank you very much, Nathan.
Cheers.